It's probably easier for everybody to hear me from the microphones. Just by a show of hands, how many people here are from Leeds and Grenville? Okay, so most of the folks here, and there are some others who are from Ottawa and other places. This kind of grassroots effort, and it really started with Amy's efforts, are the kind of things that are going to make a difference. Now, your elected representatives at the federal and provincial level here in Leeds and Grenville are on board and have been on board for a long time and have been advocates. But for those of you who happen to be from other places, these sort of meetings should be happening everywhere. And now, what I'm hearing about the MS Society, that would have a big impact in Ottawa because, politicians are not doctors. And when they hear conflicting messages from the medical community, they somewhat get a little reluctant to stick their head too far out because, and I even said this when I spoke on Parliament Hill. I said, look, I'm not a doctor, but I did go as far as saying that it was my view from everything that I had learned that this works. And from what we're hearing, I haven't heard anybody tell me this doesn't work. And that's why we need to get behind it and see that this procedure be approved in Canada and these clinical trials happen. So this is the kind of thing, this meeting here today, and all of you who have come out, are the kind of thing that is going to make a difference. But we need to see this not just here in Leeds and Grenville. And Amy, congratulations to you for getting this started, because I'm not sure this kind of meeting's going on across the country, but we need to see it.
The information that you talked about getting quickly, the reason that Steve did, about me being able to find that information to back up the Saskatchewan thing quickly, is because we're a team on Facebook working together.
Yeah.
So I can say, okay, does anybody have the Saskatchewan information? Yeah. Within 5 minutes, I have like 10 people sending it to me. It's amazing. So some of these people have been involved as long as I have. So.
But I will be encouraging my colleagues to get out to that breakfast. I think it's the 8th or the 9th.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
I just want to reiterate what Peter said too. So.
Well, it's more of a, and so our Minister of Parliament is, yes, who's also Speaker. Now, I read recently that, like, getting him involved really wouldn't do any good because of conflict of interest.
No, he's still the member of Parliament for Kingston and the Islands, and he can push messages. He happens to be neutral as the Speaker in terms of the operation of the House of Commons, but that doesn't mean
Because I have fought to get in touch with him.
Well, yeah.
I think I did.
You should. You should.
Yeah.
You should.
No, I just want to say as well that you should use all your social networking tools available to get other meetings like this with other MPPs, because I talk to a number of my pals in a week about any given topic. We talk to each other about things, and these meetings aren't there are some MPPs out there that don't have the appreciation of how many people are affected in their own ridings. And I think it's really important. I had a public meeting the other night on democratic reform, and it had a third of what is out here today. So that's, and I think that's what you need to realize is there are meetings with members of all parties, federally and provincially. You need to make sure every single one of them knows about your efforts and that they buy in, because let's face it, there's going to be some MS fundraising events coming up this year. And we're going to the polls. They're probably going to be going to the polls, and I think you've got a great opportunity to get some public awareness that you got to draw that line in the sand and say we're not going to take it anymore. So use every tool possible to make sure that these type of meetings take place everywhere.